If there is a single perforation is that, then it is called a single perforated plate. If the end plate is having multiple perforations, that are called as multiple perforations. Simple perforation example, Mangifera indica. Multiple perforations, Liriodendra. The vessels are arranged one above the other, like the PVC pipes. Through the pores in the end plates, water is conducted. The xylem walls are also lignified. Because of the lignification, the water molecules are having affinity with the cell wall of the cytoplasm. The lignin are hydrophilic in nature. Hydrophilic means it loves water. So, it attracts water molecule. There is a adhesive force found in between the water column which is present in the xylem vessel and the lignified cell wall. The lignin having affinity with the water molecules. So, a water column is formed in the xylem vessel. In the leaf, transpiration may taking place. Because of transpiration, a suction pressure is formed. Through this suction pressure, the water will move from the root to the apical portion. Eucalyptus are about more than 100 meters. How the water will transported to the tip of the root? It is because of this pressure formed by the transpiration, then adhesive force, then cohesive force. Cohesive force means there is an attractive force between the water molecules. Adhesive force means attractive force between water molecules and the lignification of the xylem vessel. So, because of this force only, the ascent of sap taking place. Then the third tissue is the xylem fiber. Already we have discussed about the fibers. The fibers which are found in the xylem is called as xylem fiber, which gives mechanical strength to the plant, which assists the water conduction. Then the next one is the xylem parenchyma. The parenchyma cells which are associated with xylem tissue, xylem complex tissue called as xylem parenchyma. The only living tissue found in xylem is called dash. The only living tissue which is found in xylem is the xylem parenchyma. The tracheids are a dead tissue. Vessels are also dead tissue. There is a lumen is there. Only cell wall is there. There is a cell cavity in the tracheids and vessels through which water will be conducted. In advanced dicots, in matured dicot stem, the xylem vessels are plugged by the balloon-like projections which are arising from the xylem parenchyma, which block the xylem vessel. So, in matured dicot stem, water conduction is not taking place because of the plugging of this balloon-shaped projection, which are called as stylosis. What is stylosis? They may ask the question. Stylosis are present in dash. There are two types of wood as the sapwood, hardwood. Sapwood is a living tissue which doesn't have any stylosis. Hardwood is the strongest wood which is having stylosis. It's a dead tissue in which water conduction doesn't take place because of the presence of stylosis. The stylosis are having resins, tannins, oils, which gives longevity to the wood. So, this wood is called as hardwood. Hardwood is always called as duramen. Sapwood is always called as alburnum. Duramen means it gives durability to the wood. So, in matured xylem vessels, stylosis are there. This is one of the important concepts frequently asked. Xylem parenchyma is only tissue. So, in xylem complex tissue, only one living tissue is there, that is xylem parenchyma. The other three are dead tissue. Tracheids, vessels, xylem fiber, we already studied that fiber is coming under the coming under sclerenchyma. Sclerenchyma is a dead tissue. Then the next complex tissue is the food conducting tissue, which is phloem. The phloem, why it is called as complex tissue? Phloem is four types of tissues, but performing a similar same function, namely food conduction. So, it is a complex permanent tissue. There are four types of tissues which are present in phloem. One is sieve elements, the other one is companion cells, third one is fibers, Fourth one is a parenchyma. Sieve elements are having two types of cells. One is sieve cell, the other one is sieve tube. Sieve tube are found only in angiosperms. Sieve tube is a major food conducting element in angiosperms. Sieve cells are the food conducting element in pteridophyte and gymnosperm. In pteridophyte and gymnosperm, sieve cells are there. Sieve tubes are having elongated cells which are having sieve plates at both the ends. Sieve plates at the both the ends. These sieve plates are having small pore-like structures. Through these pores, food is conducted. The sieve plates are arranged one above the other like xylem vessels. The sieve plates are having sieve pores. Through the sieve pores, food is conducted. The food is nothing but starch. Starch synthesis is taking place in the leaf. That is the source. From the source, the starch is transported to all parts of the plant body through phloem, through sieve tubes in angiosperms. The starch is insoluble in water. So, as such starch, food is not conducted. It should be in a soluble form so that it is dissolved in water. Through water like mass flow, the food is conducted to all parts of the body. So, the starch is converted into sucrose. In sucrose form only, the food is transported to all parts of the plant body. So, sieve elements are the major food conducting element which are of two types. Sieve cells are found only in lower plants such as pteridophytes and gymnosperms. In angiosperm, sieve tubes are there. What is the difference between sieve cells and sieve tubes? Sieve tubes are having a tube-like structure which are having sieve plates at both ends. Sieve cells are not having sieve plates or sieve pores. They are having pits in the side walls. Through the side walls, through the pits only, the food is conducted to the adjacent cells in sieve cells which are found in pteridophytes and gymnosperms. The sieve elements are a living tissue. Why it is called as living tissue? It is having protoplasm. The younger sieve elements are having a conspicuous nucleus and cytoplasm is found as a cytoplasmic strand. Cytoplasmic strand. So, sieve elements are the living tissue. In matured sieve elements, the protoplasm, the nucleus may degenerate. Protoplast also degenerate. So, matured sieve elements are a dead tissue, but the living, active sieve elements are the having protoplast. Then the next one is the companion cells. Companion cells, the name itself indicates that it assists food conduction for the sieve elements. Tunai cell, companion cells. The companion cells are the living cells which is found adjacent to the sieve tube. It is having a cell wall, then cytoplasm. A conspicuous nucleus is there, then cytoplasm is there. It helps sieve elements to conduct food materials. So that it is called as companion cell. It is a living tissue. It's a living tissue. As I already told that starch is not as such conducted through phloem elements. Why? Starch is insoluble in water. So, the starch should be converted into a soluble form. It may be converted into fructose or sucrose. So, starch is loaded in companion cells. In companion cells, the starch is converted into sucrose. In sucrose form only, the food is transported to all parts of the plant body. The xylem, in xylem what is conducted? The water conduction is unidirectional. Unidirectional is one way from the root to all parts to the tip. It's a one way. Xylem water conduction is one way. But the phloem, in phloem food conduction is multi-direction. It transported upwards, downwards, then sidewards also. The storage tissues are also need food materials. So, food is transported to the roots also. Stem tuber. In stem tuber, food is stored in the underground stem or in a root modification. They are also starch synthesis in the aerial parts, but stored in the lower regions such as roots or the stem tubers or underground stem. So, conduction of food is multi-direction through phloem elements. Companion cell is a living tissue. Fibers Fibers are nothing but sclerenchymatous tissues. The fibers which are present in phloem is called as phloem fiber. Is elongated pointed tip having lumen at the center, which are having pits, simple pits, which is assist phloem conduction, which assist food conduction to the phloem, which gives mechanical strength. Then parenchyma. The parenchyma is the only living tissue found in phloem complex tissue. The parenchyma which is found in phloem is called as phloem parenchyma, which is having thin cell wall, then cytoplasm, nucleus is there, which helps food conduction for the phloem tissue. So these are all the type of tissues which are found in the plant. Then we will discuss about the frequently asked questions. What are the questions asked in the NEET? We will discuss in the next session. Thank you.